Good morning, good day, good afternoon. I don't know who is listening, from where, and when this will be online also. So hope everybody is keeping well and they are in a positive state of mind. You are keeping your physical and mental health in good order. This is important. Somebody said that if wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, everything is lost. So health is very important. So I would like to continue the Bodhicharyavatara from last time. We are on the 6th chapter, which is about patience, generating, developing, practicing patience. And we are on stanza number 92. And this is the continuation of, getting hatred and angry if somebody is obstructing mine or my people or my communities or my country's kind of name and fame to become more, positive. Or if somebody is preventing that my enemies' name becoming less appreciated, or all these kind of things, So here it says, this is continuation. I lose my life, my wealth, I squander, all for reputation's sake. What use are words, and whom will they delight when I am dead and in my grave? We human beings, sometimes, we care a lot about our reputation, our name, our fame, and how other people see us, and how, what people see, whether they praise or they criticize. It's not to say that we should not care for that, but we should care not only for that. If I am too much focusing on what people are saying about me, for instance, then, if somebody a little bit says something against me, I can become totally upset and angry and unhappy. And I can do lots of damage, to other people and to myself also. And that's not right. That's not good, Some people, just to defend my own, if somebody says something bad against me, I go and I fight with them. I can have a duel, they call it, in the olden days they used to have that. I kill somebody or somebody kill me, and like that, that somebody saying something bad against me becomes more important than even my own life, or my wealth. I can squander my wealth. I don't mind losing lots of money, so that people kind of, we can stop people. I can stop people talking badly about me or criticizing me. And also, I've heard people, some people do what they call the honor killing. They even kill their children, so that, their community or the other people don't criticize them, or they are supposed to keep up their honor in that community. So people can do so many, horrible things, because I care too much about what people say. Now here what says is that, what people say, it's very important to understand this and understand deeply. What some people say, in one way it is important, but in another way we should not give it so much importance to that, because people can say anything. People can criticize and complain about almost anything. If I'm doing I'm too successful, people can criticize. I'm too unsuccessful, people can criticize. Somebody said that, if I've done nothing wrong in my life, that means I've done nothing. So I can also make mistakes. If you do lots of things, you sometimes make some mistakes also. You know the story about this father and son taking their donkey to the town. One elderly father and his young son were taking their donkey to the town. And so they were both walking, and they were, leading the donkey, one from behind, one from in front. And then on the way, there were lots of people around, and so some people were saying that, look at those two people, the father and son. They're taking their donkey, just walking themselves, and the donkey is walking just like that, empty. One of them could have ridden it, why they have a donkey if they cannot ride it. So when they heard, they thought, well, I think it's right, one should ride it. So the father was riding it, and the young child, his young son, was leading it. And then after some time, they found some other people, on the other side, on the sides of the road, and they were complaining, they were saying, look at that father, who is riding the donkey and letting his young son walking. What a cruel father he is. What a bad father he is. So when he heard this, he took off. He got down from the donkey and let the son ride the donkey. And then they went alone, and after some time, again people were talking on the roadside, and they said, look, what kind of son he is. He's still young, and he's healthy, and he's riding the donkey, and look at the old father, he's letting him walk in this harsh sun. It's really bad sun. So they thought, well, this is not good. So both of them rode the donkey, and they were going. And then people were, shouting and saying things, saying, look, what cruel, father and son they are, they're riding this small donkey, both of them. They're going to kill him before they reach the town. They have no mercy, they have no compassion. Look how cruel they are. Then they thought, what should we do now? What should we do? So they thought we should carry the donkey. So they tied the donkey, on a long kind of pole, and they carried the donkey. And then everybody was laughing at them and, clapping hands and saying, look, what kind of foolish people these people are. The donkey is supposed to be the one who is carrying them, and now they're instead carrying the donkey. So if they have to carry the donkey, why they carry the donkey to the town? And so they could not find, whatever they did, they could not find that everybody is satisfied and everybody is happy and everybody says good things about them. So that's like that. So therefore, if we do positive things, if we do something that is good for me, good for others, that's useful and helpful to me and my people and everybody now and in the long run, which is helpful, then that's what we care for, that we should concentrate on. We should not too much look, we should not too much listen to what people say, because they always say something. There are always people who say bad things, there are always also some people who say good things. So, and those people who criticize you and say bad things and complain could sometimes change and afterwards say good things also. And the same way, if somebody is, wants something from you or say, they are happy with you, they say good things, and immediately they are not happy with you or they don't need anything from you, then they start to say bad things. So it's not, so therefore, and also, things doesn't last, and, what they say now is forgotten after some time, So when you die, then people forget about you most of the time. So therefore, even if they don't forget, when you are dead and you are in the grave, what they say will not have much effect on you. So therefore, it's not good, it's not important. It's not important to get so much attached to, what people say and not say. The more important thing is what you do, how you do yourself, that you are satisfied, you are convinced, you are confident that what I am doing is useful, helpful, beneficial, and truthful, then that's more important than what people say and not. And so you should not be so much swayed by what other people say, and you should not so much also affected, to be affected, so get too much angry or too much also, happy what people say and not say. It's like, 93 says, children can't help crying when their sand castles come crumbling down. crumbling down. My mind is so like them when praise and reputation start to fail. Children kind of build up sand castles on the beach, and if that sand castle crumbles, they become sometimes very sad and they cry and things like that. And this actually sand castle is very, impermanent, unreliable, and it will crumble down anyway. So there's no. So people saying good things and bad things about you is also a little bit like sand castle. It doesn't last. It doesn't have too much meaning. So one should not be too much affected by that. That's the important thing. Especially if you are, if you get too much hurt, too much of, upset and angry and hateful, and then trying to harm these people or trying to stop them doing those things, that is total, not only wastage of your time, but also, leading yourself in the wrong direction. That doesn't help you, and that doesn't end well. That doesn't go anywhere. You can never ever stop people saying some negative things about you. So therefore, the best thing is to focus on what you do. And, of course, sometimes if people say something bad or some complaint, what you have to think is that, is it true? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing some mistake. Maybe, and you focus on that and think and analyze whether what you are doing is something that you need to change. You have to make something differently, or you have to, learn something or something like that. And then if you find that maybe you find that something is, something what they're saying is true, then you change that, and you try to take instructions, you take advice from those people who criticize you. And then those who criticize you has become actually your advisors, so like your gurus. So therefore you would be grateful to them. You will not be angry to them, but grateful to them because you learned something from what they said. If what they say has no truth, there is, it's just they saying it through, some other reason, because they are jealous about you, because they are just, then you can be, you can understand that, if somebody is jealous about you, that means I am in a better position than them. So therefore, they are jealous about me. So I have to be kind and more, understand that way. So that's the idea. That's the understanding. So when we start to think in this way, then we don't need to be so much negatively affected by even people kind of saying bad things or obstructing us to get, some criticism or negative kind of reputation or whatever, So that doesn't mean that we should not care for that, but it's, how much we should be affected by those. So I think I stop here and we do the dedication. Sunamdi tamche zebanya toni nyepe dano panche de shegan nache walab treba. Sipin solen dowa risho. Sanchu senchu Rinpoche mashi pana shiji shepa nyamba meba. Koni konden pewa yo senchen nepa chenyepa nyurten neli tachi. Ruyi ne normale pa taten jowa meba risho. Thank you.